Begins with a question that needs an answer. Your answer doesn't need to be correct, but it should be close. It's your educating guess hypothesis. What is the meaning of this? Your educating guess has a name, a hypothesis. It's one and the same. It's a scientific. So now you have to check to see if you're right by doing some experiments to give you the answer.
This photo story is brought to you by Marissa, Samantha, and Christina. Our group had Section 1, the Scientific Revolution. During the era of the Scientific Revolution, people began using experiments and mathematics to understand mysteries. Roger Bacon was the leading scholar of this time. Bacon was also one of the earliest to favor a system of scientific experimentation. During the Scientific Revolution, scientists used experiments, mathematics, and scientific instruments to come to conclusions. They also used the process of the scientific method. Ptolemy stated that the Earth was the center of the universe. His theory became known as the geocentric theory. Nicholas Copernicus' theory became known as the heliocentric theory. This stated that the sun was the center of the universe. Unlike Ptolemy, who believed the Earth was the center, Copernicus is viewed today as the founder of modern astronomy.
Johannes Kepler helped confirm Copernicus' new understanding of the universe. He published his laws of planetary motion in 1609. He was a mathematician who used models, observations, and mathematics to test Copernicus' heliocentric theory. Galileo built a telescope and began studying the heavens. He used these observations to argue that not every heavenly body revolves around the Earth. He published his findings in 1632. Church scholars disapproved because Galileo's theory seemed to contradict the Bible. In 1687, Isaac Newton published a book building on the work of Copernicus, Kepler, and Galileo. He proposed the law of gravitation. Even today, his laws of motion and gravitation are applied in the development of everything. Vesalius was a Flemish scientist. He studied anatomy. In 1543, he published a 7-volume book called On the Fabric of the Human Body. It was amazingly detailed and the first of its kind. William Harvey studied the circulation of the blood. He was also the first to observe the heart.
Scientific orders spread knowledge. The printing press helped scientific societies publish journals, which helped other scientists learn about studies being done in Europe. René Descartes was a French philosopher and mathematician who led the scientific revolution. He studied geometry, algebra, physical science, the scientific method, and astronomy. He said all assumptions had to be proven on the basis of known facts. He said he existed because he could think. He wrote the law of reflection, which had to do with optics, and he was forced to live in Sweden, which was Protestant, because his works challenged the church. Francis Bacon was an English philosopher and scientist who believed that scientific theories could be developed only through observation. Gottfried Leibniz and Isaac Newton developed calculus. Antony van Leeuwenhoek discovered bacteria through the use of the microscope. Robert Boyle was an English-Irish scientist who studied chemistry by looking at the composition of matter and how it changes. He showed that temperature and pressure affect the space that a gas occupies. In 1774, Joseph Priestley discovered the element oxygen. Antoine Lavoisier later gave it its name. He showed that fire resulted when a substance rapidly combined with an oxygen. He also came up with the law of conservation of matter. An interesting fact about him is that he came up with the name of elements for the periodic table.